Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Camo's Creative Corner. This episode's costume is Bazooka from the G.I. Joes. Today we're going to be reviewing the Island Storm playset from Hogokids. It's 781 pieces and you can lay it out in 3 different ways. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we have the box. The set comes with a light brick, four bags, a sticker sheet, a fully printed, heavily detailed 98-page instruction manual, and a thank you card from Hogokids. If we check out bag 1, it has the pieces for the ship and the first part of the pier. And if we pay attention, we can see that they have a brick separator included. This brick separator is similar in style to the leading brand's brick separator, with a difference of a pop tab as well. We're going to open this up, and I'm going to have a little bit of a time lapse building the set. So something of note is that the sail piece for the little boat is this nice pre-printed plastic piece that will hopefully not fray like a cloth piece or discolor, and it already comes included with a light brick accessory, so you don't have to pay extra money to upgrade your kits. We're gonna have Mini Camo help us out today. There's little glasses and a little hammer, and yeah, let's begin. Something that I want to mention again that I've mentioned before is just the good quality of the bricks that Hogokids includes in these sets. I've clicked all these pieces and they don't fall apart. I can shake it and they snap together so nicely. It's incredible quality. I really want to commend Hogokids for the effort they put into their sets. If you look at the nice molding on the detail pieces, this ship is coming along very nicely. I really like those details. This set comes with such interesting little features. For example, the cannon, if you pull this back, it'll fire. You would load a cylinder like this into the front of the cannon, and then bam, it fires. It's wonderful. Here's the completed boat. We have Mini Camo piloting the ship. I began to build a little pier. So far we've got the little island and part of the column. I want to call attention to this barrel piece. You can snap a connector on the top like this, and you're able to use it like a column, but you can still store things inside of it for play. Once you have the dock put together, it should look like this. And now we're going to make the details on top, like the little barbecue. All right, and here the little barbecue is now formed. I do see little sausage links, so I think they're going to be connected somehow. Now we have to build the rest of the building structure around that pier. After step 34, you should have something that looks like this. There will be detail pieces that will connect to these edges. Okay, this is now steps 35 and 36. So this will go in front of that little barbecue right there. And connect. And like I said before, I like that once they're stuck together, they don't shake apart. Very firm. This is the piece that you build in step 37, and you're going to attach it to these two pieces here, just like that. And now, if we compare this diagram, our layout should be the same. Now we're going to move on to bag number 2. So far, your structure should look like this. Now we're going to add bits of the awning, a cannon, some bags, and some supplies to the rest of our pier. Okay, so now we got the awnings of step 42, window, and the beam and bread box, and we're going to put them into place. So this awning is going to go here, over this arch. Or rather, the arch will be completed there we go. There we go. The arch will be completed there. If you're on it, you're outside. Then we're going to have this window right here on these. Just like that. I like the nice solid click. And then this beam right here. And then in front of this window, there will be the bread box right here. Oh, excuse my hand. The bread box right there. Yeah. And we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so here are steps 61 through 65 completed. We have the edge piece, the barrel, and the fish all together. Looks like that. Steps 66 through 69 will have us build the outer structures that will attach here and here and support this plate, which will be the roof, and this disc will hold the second cannon that comes with this set. Okay, so the completed step 67, as we see, attaches there, and that completes the hinge here. And this will, that completes the hinge here, that completes the hinge here. And once the rest of the structure is built, that'll actually connect this way, I believe. And then you'll be able to snap this closed for one of the transformations. And then step 69 will look like this when it's completed, and will attach there to that empty spot like this. And we'll make that corner, click that together, and click this together just like that, boom. And then your roof will basically go onto here. You see? Just like that. You'll have your step 70, which will have this disc, these two pieces here. If you see, it's 4 studs and 4 studs. Your cannon is going to mount dead center right there. All of it clicked together is going to look like this. You're going to push these white wheels onto those black axles just like that. And this will pull back. And if you have extra cylinder studs like I do, you can load them onto the front of the cannon. Just like that. And then you can fire. Just like that. For step 83, it's important that this center stud clicks into that hole so that you're able to turn the cannon side to side. You're going to put it dead center. You're going to hear a click. And then you can move the cannon about and swivel it. This is now the completed step 84. Like I said, these pieces here will serve to connect to this structure right here. Just like it says here in the book for step 85. And like I said before, if you have extra studs, pull to eject, and make sure you don't aim for people. And then we can move on to bag 3, which will be that tree with the monkey and all these awnings and decorations for the top right here. The ceiling for this part of the store. Steps 86 through 90 are just going to have you build the interior of that second floor, which will go right there. Mini Camo, where'd you get that hat and that sword? What do you mean? You've always had it. That's not even the hat that comes with this set. The hat comes... the tricorn. You're gonna fight the skeleton army. Mini Camo, you're a strange little man sometimes. Sorry, as I was saying, this will become the roof of that second... the floor and the ceiling of that second floor. Sorry, sometimes Mini-Me can go a little crazy. When you finish step 90, it'll look like this. The next step will be to build the treasure trove of, the pirate captain. As I had alluded to before, you're going to use that little tricorner hat and... Excuse me. Who are you? Representative of the skeleton army. You were right then. I see. Can you guys wait until I'm done building this, and then you can, I guess, do battle? Great. Thank you for being so understanding. Now, when building the stand for the captain's hat, you see where it says warning? Yes, tis ones with studs, not one with holes. There is a difference. We see here, we're going to be using these to build the little stand for the captain's hat. Now, for step 92, what you're going to do is you're going to use these with the hole on top and the ones without the hole for the bottom. I just want to clarify that. And then you're going to take the clip and the rod into the black stud we used for step 91 to make a kind of like a perch for another piece that'll come by later. So we're just going to clarify that. And then I'm going to show you a cool trick for step 93 after I grab my tripod. Now we see here for step 93 that we're going to apply stickers. If you don't have a steady hand to apply stickers, you can actually use the brick separator, put the sticker on, and use it to place it right on the tile. So check this out. You're going to put it on the end like this. You're going to line it up like that. Grab the edge. Look at that. Perfect. Just like that. Perfectly spaced. No mistakes. No bumps. Now you have a neat trick you can do. Once step 96 is complete, it'll look like this. Something interesting actually about this pirate hat is that it's compatible with hat accessories like the feather that Mini Camo has on his. You put that in the little hole right there. Now you have a feather in your pirate hat. If you move the hat off, this little chair is actually to scale with your minifigures. So you set them down. There you go. We got. Put your feather back in your cap. There you go. Captain Mini Camo sitting, contemplating his treasures. All right, let's get back to building. Steps 98 and 99 are going to look together like this, and then step 100 will look like this. They're going to connect like that, and that's going to be that window that you're going to add there. You're going to use these pieces to do step 101 to create a little awning, and then put it all together for step 102. So we got that there. We're going to connect this right here, like that. Okay. I just realized I'm a brick short on these. Hang on. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now we get to do a little design here. We're going to take green there, green there. And we're going to fill the rest up with blue. And so this is more like little shingles as opposed to the awning of the other little piece. So here we go, here we go, here we go. And look at that. Step 102 complete. Wonderful. So, as previously stated, you're going to rotate the model around and you're going to attach it there to that part here. What I have noticed works best, because these are sturdy bricks, is you're going to press down the corners and then press in this way to make sure all the base is together. And as I said before, this will hinge together and then clamshell like a dollhouse. You see that? And then you can open it up. And that's actually one of the transformations that this set has. Excuse me. Yeah, like I said, one of the transformations this set has. There is still the very top roof, which will put these columns together and make them more sturdy. You see here, and that'll take us to step 117. So let's get building. We're going to grab this plate, some bricks, 1 and a 2, and we're going to make a treasure chest with these pieces right here. So we see here's the hinge. That's going to clip there and close. You should be able to just click it together. And once again, because I have my phone in my hand, this is just a little bit difficult. But I've built enough models where this is sort of turning into muscle memory at this point. Come on. There's 1. There's 2. And your treasure chest will open up. Okay. There we go. Your treasure chest will open up. Now it says here to put in these ingots here and this gem. But I feel like I have a little bit more treasure. Thanks to my friend Lou from Lou's Bricks in Marlton, I've got a treasure trove. So let's grab a few more gold bars and some more precious gems. Some rubies, some sapphires, some emeralds. And let's fill up this treasure chest. We got gold bars. We got these gems. Yeah. Now that's some treasure worthy of Pirate Captain. We're going to place that right here in the middle. just like that. Once step 110 is complete, it should look like this. You'll have treasure in the middle, and then that will go on to build that awning. You're going to build it, and you're going to flip it upside down. You're going to add these brackets. Once it's flipped upside down, they'll connect to these hinges, excuse me, and then that will make it all go together. And that'll click there, and that'll be step 116. I'm going to build all these steps and show you what it's supposed to look like together. Once step 116 is done, it'll look like this. Now, you've got your treasure chest in the back, and the hinges open up like that. Basically, you hide the treasure chest. Now this will go attached to the top there. If we look carefully, this roof matches that awning there. And it's going to go in this orientation, like so. And then same as last time, you're going to click those in, make sure they're even, click them in again. Yep, just like that. Boom. You got your roof on, nice and sturdy. There you go. You got your treasure chest. And I do believe that if we borrow mini camo for a second, you can, yes, you can stow someone away in there. You can hide them. Now we're going to build a little tree and a little monkey that's going to go attached to that point right there on the side of the house. Now we have to decorate our little secret base. So when you do the flag, the stickers actually banner. You see how it looks like it's waving now? This will go attached onto that point there on the roof. Like this, it'll clip right into place. And then you just tilt it. There you go, just like that. This golden wheel will go right here. And that'll also push right into place. You got two little swords, which will go in this barrel, which will be part of that, weapons ready room. There we go. Just like that. This anchor will hang from here, right there. Just like that. Okay, great. All right, I'm going to try to push that in again. I do believe it should click right in. There we go, perfect. Okay, great, that pushes right in. And then these guys, they're going to go right there. Just like that. Push that on my thumb. Correct it. Whoops. Camera angles, folks. There we go. Great. Now the main part of your pirate base is done. Whoops. There I go again. All right. Main part of your pirate base is done. We have our little boat. And now it's on to bag number 4. Which is going to be this little dock piece here that will go attached here. Okay, so here, step 128, we've already built some of that pier platform. We have our light brick. There you go. And so this light brick, these lights are going to be threaded around the little secret pirate base so that it looks nice at night, like a pier. Like it's called Island Storm. You know, it's going to give some kind of effect. At step 131, your model should look like this. At step 135, you should look like this. Okay, now here we are at step 139. Should look like that. And these pins are going to connect to this part of the other side. At step 143, this is what that little connecting dock should look like. So here with step 144, we see that we're basically building a brig to kind of house like bad guys captured. So there's a sprue here with a key piece. We're going to knock that out of the sprue, and we're going to put sticker number 6 onto this piece there. And we're going to take this piece here and the door. We're going to build this door together and then hang the key onto that little claw. The good thing is, if we ever lose our key, we got a spare. So here we go. There's, let's see. Okay. I click our door in, just like that. A little printed lock. Like this. Onto there. Now we gotta connect the pieces. So if you see there's the little feet holes. So if we take our little bad guy skeleton man for a second, put him in there. Whoop. You can put him in there. Oops. Connect that piece like there we go. Wonderful. And then we got the key. There we go. And so, you know, that's what those little key holes are for. You made a little brig. And then, you know, we just make the roof and some hanging ivy off the side. And that'll be step 145 completed. Got a 1x6. So we're going to put that up top here, just like that. Got our plate like that. And then we got our plant like this with a little vine, just like that. And this will attach right here. Excuse me. Just like that. Perfect. So that's what 145 should look like. So now up to steps 146, we're going to be using these pieces here to build up, because this will end up becoming a crane, if I'm correct. Yes, exactly. It will become a crane in step 162. So now we're building up that frame for the crane. Here we have step 149. And so it's going to look like this. You're going to put the last sticker from the sticker sheet on that plate, and that'll be like a, you know, like a piece of wood. Steps 150 through 155 are going to be to build that little outer pier that's going to attach to this part of the of that little extension. The completed step 155 should look like that. Now for step 156, right here on this part of the pier, we're going to connect our little makeshift dock here. Yes, okay. It's going to connect like that. Sorry, it's going to connect like that. And click right into place. There we go. That's connected just like that. Right there. Great. Now we're going to build the crane mechanism for the top. Your completed crane arm should look like this. You're going to put that brick from 161 right here. The arm has movement down and up, and also the wheels move. To make things easier when you do step 159, have a little thread go through and then pinch it with a bar. That way there's always something being grabbed. Now this will go connected onto here. This will snap into that hole right there. I will snap the arm back in because I popped it out. And now you have that angle of tilt and the arm that comes down. There you go. There's your crane. That's step 162 complete. Now starting with step 163, we're going to be building this crow's nest, which is going to attach to the back of the crane, and then we're going to plug this build into the side here at step 168. Let's build that crow's nest. With the crow's nest completed, we now have step 167 complete, and now we just have to attach it to the rest of our pirate base. All connected together, it's going to look like that. It's going to be a little dock to receive your little boat on either side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take these lights and thread them through the model as shown in the instruction booklet. Once our lights are threaded through, we'll continue with the accessories for the crates and the crane. Once you thread the lights through as instructed, you're going to get this effect. And it's going to look like, like a little party resort or something. There you go, little party lights. Looks nice. And so now we're going to put this plate to cover that top step. We're going to put this barrel right here on the crane to give the line some tension. And we'll be able to bring it down or pull it up. We're going to put these paddles right here in the barrel. And then this chain will go from the top of the mast here over to one of the decorative plants. The completed set will look like this, and it's got 3 ways of being transformed, which I will show in a moment. All right, so the simplest transformation is to pull out the lights, disconnect the light brick from the model so we don't damage the wires. And then we're going to clamshell the kit like a dollhouse, just like that. And we're going to rotate the tree just a bit so it doesn't get in the way of the crow's nest. So then that's the sort of truncated clubhouse version. There, you got your little ship. And we got Mini-Me right here. Maintaining order, just like that. That's the first way. The other transformations require you to remove the pier piece and attach it to these attachment points in different configurations. Okay, so for the first transformation, as I mentioned before, we're going to pull this dock piece apart and we're going to pull out these two pins. We're going to shut the base and then we're going to put the pins into these two holes over here. Now, instead of attaching to these holes, we're going to attach to these two on the side, like this. Oops, the model will click together. Oh, come on. I had it backwards. All right. The model will click together, and that is your first alternate configuration, just like that. And then again, for the other alternate configuration, we're going to unpin again, and we're going to flip this way, like so. There we go. Nice click. And that way you have the pier out front and looks like this from the back. And that would be your 3-in-1 transformation styles. Once again, this has been a review of the Hogokids Island Storm 3-in-1 kit. I loved building it. I recommend it. Well, what are my thoughts on the set? As Mini Camo battles the evil skeleton army, as I said they were allowed to do after I built the set, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts from the heart. This set was so well designed. Whoever designed this for Hogokids, please feel proud of yourself. Unlike other brands of bricks that aren't the leading brands, where the plastic feels off or they fall apart, you know, an example I could give, because I don't believe I'm going to be doing a review for them, or at least not a positive one. Forever Clever, which handles the Hasbro brands of models, of which I have purchased a few. The boxes are behind me. The bricks feel bad in that brand. they don't stay together. If you want the model to stay together, you have to glue it. And with Hogokids, the plastic feels like the major leading brands. It clicks together, it snaps together, everything feels good. I had such a fun time building this model, and it was one of the longer sets I've taken to build. And as you guys have seen from my collection, I build a lot of different models, and I had a fun time building this. As an adult model builder, this was a great experience for me. If I was a child and received this for my birthday or as a holiday present, I would be ecstatic. I would be overjoyed. In a world where you have so many licensed sets that are from this show or from that movie or from this brand, Hogokids brings imagination back to brick building. While I was building this set, I thought about, well, wait a minute. I have a pirate hat for Mini Camo. I finally have a reason to make him wear the hat. I have skeleton bad guys. I had fun building this. And as an adult, if I'm able to have fun, I would urge you to consider getting a Hogokids set for your child. Because it's not branded by a franchise, and it's just pirates, and they have so many more sets, by the way. They have space sets, they have animals, they have sets for girls with like princess things. It's so much fun. I had such a good time building this set, and I mentioned the quality of their bricks before in my previous video where I reviewed the 30 Animals Party Favor Pack. And that set was just little baggies of little mini models to hand out to kids at parties. But you could take all the bricks and build a dinosaur. And that review is on my channel. I recommend you watch it. I was so impressed with the quality of the bricks, and with this new set, I'm just as impressed. I'm going to be playing with this set probably more than my own mocks. So I recommend that you buy this set. It's cheap. I believe it's on sale right now on online retailers like Amazon. And you can go to the Hogokids website and order directly from them. This has been Camo's Creative Corner, and I'm begging you to have some fun. Till next time.